Today's day 66 of Powerbuilding. We had legs today, and I'm not really sick anymore. I'm still a little bit sick, but my strength might not fully be back yet. So I'm gonna push it 100%. I'm gonna go as hard as I possibly can. Try to hit new PRs, but if I don't, if my strength doesn't go up, or even if it goes down a little bit, I'm not gonna be too mad because I'm just sick. I'm still just a little bit sick, not really though, but I'm gonna try. I'm gonna still go as hard as possible. I'm trying to get as many PRs as possible, but I don't know how it's gonna be. But I'll start off with these extensions. Alright, so yeah, the leg workout today wasn't good. Like for my quads, my hamstrings, like the SODs were pretty good, but my squats weren't that good, and Bulgarian squats and stuff. Um, But that's just because, like, I mean, my quads are just really sore. Cause like at school, they've been making us do like a bunch of squats and like stuff like quad stuff. So my quads are just real sore. But it's alright though. I still went 100%. I still push as hard as I possibly could. The best part about the best part in training with low volume is high intensity. If you don't train with high intensity, there's no point in training with low volume. There's just no point. You might as well just stick to 3 sets of 12 with moderate intensity. I mean, the biggest part of training is the intensity. So no matter if you're sick, you're hurt, or whatever, always train with 100% intensity, unless you want to take a deal with a week and you're actually hurt or something. But even though I was a little sick, a little sore, that ain't gonna stop me from training to max intensity. There ain't nothing to stop me from training to max intensity. Like with these squats, I started off good. Like I started off making sure everything looked good and all my stuff was good. Like my warm up sets were good. They moved fast and everything. But I got to my working weight, 285 right here, and I only got this for 3 reps. Like I only got it for 3 reps. Last week I did it for 6, and I only got it for 3, and I felt amazing. Well, I didn't feel amazing, but the warm up sets looked perfect, right? Because I'm just like I'm making sure I'm trying my hardest on everything I do in this workout. Because if I'm not, and there's no point in training low intensity, then I might as well just go back to high volume. And then my second set, I went down. I just did a 255 and still went to max. I went to real failure here and failed at the bottom. Intensity. That's the most important thing in pretty much every training, but especially low volume training. I now done with the squats. I'm gonna go on to SODOs and the Bulgarian split squats. And I didn't, I didn't get too much of a warm up here just with the bar, just because, I was already pretty warmed up from those squats. But with these, I got a new PR for these two. Like I went down 3 reps on my squat, but I went up 2 reps on these. Last week I only got 275 for 2 reps. This week I got 275 for 4 reps. So like it's really, like even though some days you might feel off on some stuff, but other things might be good. Like when I train chest, my chest is normally, my chest normally is weak, so it stays around the same reps, same weight and everything. But then I move on the triceps and everything starts going good again. And that's how it was here. My quads pretty weak, like very weak today. They were very weak today. And then I moved on to the hamstrings, and I got a new PR by 2 reps, which was good because I went from doing it from barely able to do 275 for 1 rep to doing it for 4. So I'm making progress on that for sure. And then I moved on to the Bulgarian split squats, and just gotta warm up with the bar, checks the form and everything. And don't mind dirty socks. It's because I just got back from school. I'm doing the workout in the socks. I don't want to do them. I like to do them in the socks. I don't like to do them in the shoes. So workout room might be a little dirty or whatever, but who cares? The whole point of the workout is it's not to look good, it's to, perform good. And with my first set, I did, even though I was like I said, I was hurt and I was sore and I'm sick. I did 205. I only got it for 1 rep on each leg, but last week when I was perfectly healthy, I could only get it for 1 rep in each leg. So, and now it was a lot easier for me to get it, and I was hurt. So I'm making, if I wasn't not hurt but sore, if I wasn't sore or sick, I could have got that for at least 2 or 3 reps. And then I just went down to 185, and I did this for, I did this for 3 reps on each leg, and like the reason that I'm going down so much weight is because I'm doing full range of motion. Like last time, I was doing good range of motion, right? I was getting down to like my butt was sitting on my foot, but now I'm going way lower than that. I'm making my knee touch the ground. Like it's not that much lower. It's only like maybe 4 inches, right? It's just a few inches lower, but it makes a lot of a difference. It makes a crazy difference. You try it. If you do a movement that you think is good form, like let's say you do squats and you go down to parallel, or you go down 90 degrees, right? Go to 90 degrees and then do another set of squats where you go all the way down. It's gonna be a crazy difference. And then with the calf raises, I got my first set with 225 and just repping these out, pushing out as many as I can, as intensely as I can, because I can do way more than this. Like a few months ago, I was doing 225 on the machine easily, and that was a few months ago. That was a while ago. That was before I even thought about making videos. So I definitely am a lot stronger now than I was then. And I just did 225 for both sets for 8 reps. And then I moved on to these tibialis raises, and these weren't good. With both sets, I just did 35, but on my first set, I only got 3 or 4 reps. Normally I get 6 to 7, and my second set I'm 5 to 6. But my first set I only got 3 reps, and same with the second set, just because something with my foot, it was when I go down, I don't know what it was, but it was something was cracking, and it just wasn't feeling good. So I wasn't about to just try to hurt myself just so I get an extra couple of reps, especially on just tibialis raises. I don't even do tibialis raises to get you can get them, no one even does tibialis raises. If you could find one bodybuilder who does tibialis raises, I'll be very surprised. I just do them just as an extra movement so I don't get shin splints. That's it for the leg workout. Taking my break and then get to the cardio. Alright, and here's the end of the cardio. And today was not a good day for the weights. For quads, hamstrings were good and stuff. But my quads, squats, Bulgarian split squats and stuff, they weren't that good. But the intensity was amazing. I felt the workout felt amazing. This workout was absolutely amazing, intensity-wise and feeling-wise, because it just felt so good to push myself, even though I was sore and sick and I wasn't really feeling that good. It felt so good mentally to know that I'm pushing myself as hard as I possibly can, even though I was a little sore. And that's the whole point of training. It's just to push yourself past your limits and get to go make sure the workout is filled with intensity, as much intensity as possible. But thank you all for watching. I'll see you on the next video, and always push past your limits.